producer, he began, clearing his throat, but mainly as a human being. I've decided to close the Fillmore East on June 26th, which is the Allman Brothers' J. Giles show. An audible gasp went through the theater. The implications sunk in immediately. The reason is that I'm tired personally with the artists and the public, he continued, and I can't do it anymore. For me, the insanity is no longer endurable. More than 3 years before, on March 8th, 1968, Janis Joplin and Big Brother and the Holding Company had opened the Fillmore East, the shabby, former Jewish vaudeville theater in the heart of New York's tough Lower East Side. Then, 3 months later, Graham had opened the Fillmore West in San Francisco. Since then, the two venues had hosted legendary shows by Jimi Hendrix, Led Zeppelin, the Allman Brothers, the Grateful Dead, Jefferson Airplane, and Santana. Like a manic circus ringmaster, Graham ran his twin operations with military precision, constantly crisscrossing the country with a double-headed watch to keep track. Yet he still found time to orchestrate the venue's transformation into a multi-million-dollar business empire, all the while giving music fans memories to treasure for the rest of their lives. But everything changed after Woodstock, when 500,000 people descended on Max Yasgur's farm. The August 1969 festival, more so than previous events like the Beatles' 1965 concert at Shea Stadium, had revealed the huge financial potential of rock and roll, and Graham, well aware of the dangers Woodstock posed to him, had tried to stop it. After Woodstock, the tectonic plates of the music business shifted, as musicians and managers began squeezing the promoters for more and more money. Rock superstars, Janis Joplin, The Doors, and Led Zeppelin, would now play one show at Madison Square Garden instead of 4 at the more intimate Fillmore East for the exact same money. Bill Graham warned that audiences would be the real losers, as these bigger venues had bad sound and distanced the audience from the concert experience. But he was secretly planning to move up to the next level of concert evolution to compete. He had no intention of laying bare such a strategy to the world, or even his loyal staff. Instead, he would portray himself as the aggrieved party, an unwitting victim of greedy musicians, managers, and agents. In his V-neck sweater and rolled-up sleeves, the failed actor who had just turned 40 gave a masterful performance, recounting to his staff his last 2 frustrating weeks in New York. It was the most aggravating, disappointing, unbearable 2 weeks of my professional career, he declared. It had begun with a phone call, explained Graham, canceling 2 upcoming Jethro Tull shows at the Fillmore East due to illness, which is okay, he conceded, but the hardships and the begging that you have to go through to get groups to replace them. Then there had been the fucking around he'd received from Tanglewood Music Festival organizers. After staging 2 well-received Fillmore at Tanglewood summer shows, showcasing such acts as The Who, Santana, and Miles Davis, this year the prestigious venue wanted him only as a consultant. They decided they would throw us a bone, he sneered. But the final straw came after legendary impresario Saul Hurok had invited him to present a month of shows at the Metropolitan Opera House. Hurok, Graham's boyhood hero and his inspiration to become a promoter, had rented the prestigious Met for a month of performances by the Bolshoi Ballet. But a Russian sailor had defected to America, causing the Soviet authorities to cancel everything in retaliation, and leaving Hurok owing $200,000, the equivalent of about $1,156,000 in mid-2010s purchasing power, in rent. In desperation, the octogenarian promoter had turned to Bill Graham to bail him out. The meetings with the old man, explained Graham, had begun very amicably, but then rapidly deteriorated. After agreeing on which rock acts to present, Graham had explained that each would be paid $50,000, $289,000.